Step 1. Okay, I know this is going to sound weird, but hear me out. Be born into a devout Christian family. Let's say, for example, in my country, Norway, be born in the south, where you are very likely to be brought up in a Protestant Christian family. Grow up believing in an all-knowing, all-powerful, and somehow also all-loving God, in an afterlife perhaps consisting of a bad one where the unbelievers like atheists, agnostics, Muslims, and unbaptized babies go, and bad believers like murderers go for a short time, and then a good place where the murderers and rapists go eventually, as long as they believe that Christ died for their sins. Oh, and yeah, your loved ones go to the good afterlife too, and fuck it, your previous pets as well, I think. I'm not sure, but just have faith they will, and they will. Reality is dictated by how you perceive it after all, so just believe it, and it's what happens. Animals are alive, and all life, no matter how small, has a soul. Step 2. Okay, so now you've been born into Christian surroundings, and you eventually start to go to school. And in Norway, we highly value learning about physics, biology, and other ideology than religion. So very likely, if you've followed the tutorial so far, you're gonna learn that the Earth is 4.5 billion years old, and about Darwin's theory about evolution. You're also gonna learn that the universe is pretty big. So step 2 is to believe in that simultaneously, while also believing that God and Jesus is real. That the Earth is older than 6,000 years old, and that while God probably didn't create the dinosaur bones in the ground, maybe he was the one who started life. I don't know, something intelligent design, but not explicit creator. And yeah, space is real. The Earth is in the center of the universe. The Sun is the center of just our solar system, which is part of a galaxy, which is part of a much bigger, incomprehensible space. Whatever, God has a plan. Don't think about it too much. Just convince yourself it's possible and think about how you just can't wait to see Grandpa again in heaven when you go there too. And as a Norwegian Christian, you would be likely to get support for this belief from your parents, who would also likely be science-accepting Christian hybrids, who still has faith where we have no good scientific explanation yet. Step 3. When you grow into a teen, you want to get into politics. Join, for example, the youth version of the Norwegian Christian Party. Since God dictates your morals, beliefs, philosophy, and life in general, and your family and community as well, he should dictate everyone. So get into politics so that when during your last year in high school, when your best friend gets pregnant on accident and decides she wants an abortion, you feel horrified. Remember that life starts at conception, which means she wants to murder a beautiful baby, and it's even legal to do it. Mourn for the 3-week-old person, knowing it will never see the light of day and have a life. And then it will occur to you, it's not over. Since it's a life, and yeah, it sucks it's about to die, but at least it will get to heaven, just like your dead pets. Or wait, hold on a second, does the fetus count as a regular Christian or as an unbaptized baby? You can feel a chill up your spine as you remember what limbo is. The uppermost and least unpleasant layer of hell, where the unbaptized babies and good non-Christians go. Now you're gonna want to start imagining a plane filled with lumps of cells from every miscarriage, vanishing twin, abortion, and Plan B, flying around in the air like Morph from Treasure Planet. But then you want to reason, no, they're probably lying on the ground, why would they fly? That doesn't make sense. And then try to imagine wading through endless rivers of flesh, but snap out of it and decide that their bodies don't go there, only their souls do. So they don't really look like anything, probably. Maybe babies don't even have to be in hell at all. It's a bit mean to just condemn all unbaptized babies who die to limbo before they can even be introduced to the one true religion, you think to yourself. So let's say all babies go to heaven, screw the limbo stuff. Only people who have really decided explicitly to not believe in the one true God go to hell permanently. God gave us free will after all, but babies never got a choice. You ponder if all babies should get this exclusion or only the ones born to Christian parents, and decide that it doesn't apply to, for example, Muslim babies. Only the ones who would have been baptized if they were born. Step 4. Anyways, all this thinking is tiring. God is much more suited for it, so next you're gonna wanna stop talking to your murderous friend, stop thinking about hell, stop delving in politics, and shut your beliefs off from others, and ease into the role as the ever-positive, happy, and kind Christians who couldn't hurt a fly. And you're a Christian as a personal choice, you would never force it upon anyone else. Step 5. Go to university and meet your best friend ever, who loves sci-fi and space. They don't mind that you're Christian because you're a cool Christian who accepts and even backs up your beliefs with science. Not that you're arguing with anyone, but if you're ever gonna, you're prepared for any argument. You avoid watching atheist and Christian debates though, because you would never lose the discussion the same way that idiots on YouTube who are supposed to represent you do. Genesis and much of the Old Testament is not meant to be taken literally in your opinion, so you and your best friend can agree to disagree in a peaceful way, and you can enjoy sci-fi together with your guard and guns down. You're still gonna want to believe in an afterlife and harshly judge abortions as murder, but that is really the extent of what you strongly need to judge others based on for this trick to work. Step 6. Watch Prometheus with your best friend, the prequel to the Alien movies, and when it's over and you're confused about what it meant, get your friend, who's a nerd, to explain that the engineers created the humans and sent the aliens to destroy us since we were a mistake. Laugh at how silly that is, and when your best friend grabs your hand, follow along as you climb onto the roof of their family's cabin. Their cabin is free from light pollution, so you can see the stars clearly. Look over at your best friend and observe the way they gaze into the void at the endless suns above, head over heels in love with it in deep contemplation. You can realize how beautiful they are, but quickly squash that thought before it festers, because God promotes love and He loves everyone, and while you think gay people are fine, you sure as hell are not one, and I don't know, being gay wouldn't really harm the process of meeting aliens. It's not really going to get in the way either, so what the heck, fall in love if you want to, but it's not necessary. All of a sudden, they're going to ask you if you believe in aliens, and you don't respond yet because you need to think about your answer first. Before you finish thinking though, they follow up, adding that statistically, it is more than likely there are others out there, and that we are not alone. Think about it, they tell you. Wouldn't it be lonely if we were all alone in the entire universe? Isn't it cooler if there were others out there, even if they are evil like in the alien universe? The question makes you a little uncomfortable, so to ease the situation, you're gonna want to joke about telling them that we are not created by aliens and tease that they've been watching too much Ancient Aliens and Scientology stuff. Instead of laughing or joking back, they look at you sincerely and tell you that they don't believe we're necessarily created by them, but maybe we are somehow similar by chance, since we share that we would both be a sentient composition of molecules. Let it occur to you that God created the universe and everything in it. So if He created everything, and aliens are likely to exist, that means He created the aliens. You realize something crazy and scary and confusing, and you're about to tell them, but then lightning strikes your body, and you die.